Russia has continued to attack Ukrainian cities just hours after saying it would pull back from certain areas while peace talks were underway. Debora Patta is on the ground in Kyiv with a look at the destruction and the horror left behind by Russian strikes.
The Pentagon insists they are not calling the Russian military's claim to pull back from around Kyiv and Chernihiv a retreat, but a repositioning. It's not clear exactly what the Russians' intentions are, but around the capital, the threat remains high.
Boardroom negotiations mean little on the battlefield. Ukrainians are not letting their guard down. Soldiers patrol checkpoints around the capital, Kyiv, looking for the enemy within, searching for Russian saboteurs. Danger lurks on the ground and in the sky. When a drone flies overhead, this soldier raises his weapon. "I'm on it," he says, then takes aim. The enemy is still here, said President Vladimir Zelensky. Missile and air attacks have not stopped. That's the reality. The port city of Mariupol has all but collapsed. Even if peace is given a chance, all that's left here is rubble and ruin. Kids want their childhood back. "I'm so tired," this little girl says, "and my toys have no batteries in them." Older men just want to forget. "What else can I do?" Gennady asks. "There's nothing left for me here." He's walking away after nearly 40 years working as a shoemaker here. Russian separatist fighters are in no mood for peace, forcing these Ukrainians to strip down, claiming they're searching for Nazi tattoos. In nearby Mykolaiv, a Russian rocket ripped through a government building, leaving a gaping hole and fresh trauma. This woman watched helplessly as her colleague died in her arms. Even if the Russian military makes good on its promise to pull back from Kyiv, around the capital where fierce battles have been raging, there's nothing much left to fight for. And while Ukraine claims to have taken back nearby towns like Irpin, those areas have been decimated. Many did not make it out alive.
British intelligence says Russian troops are pulling back from Kyiv to Belarus and Russia because they need to regroup after suffering heavy losses. And the Ukrainian government says they believe Russia will retain some troops near Kyiv to keep the pressure on the capital and prevent Ukraine from sending its forces to the Eastern Front, where the war is still raging. Vlad, Anne-Marie?
All right, Deborah, thank you. So for more on the peace talks, I want to bring in Mary Ilyushina. She is following the story for us from Riga, Latvia. Thank you so much for joining us, Mary. So, one of the Ukrainian officials says that Russia has continued to attack a city that it said the military would back off of, right, while the peace talks were ongoing. Is anyone taking Russia's promise to scale back its attacks seriously?
That's an excellent question, Anne-Marie, because it seems like pretty much everyone else, and including obviously the Russians now as well, are kind of skeptical of this, because we've heard from Russia today kind of slightly backtrack from saying that they are going to be sort of scaling back their text. They said, this is not a ceasefire. We're just scaling some actions back, but we are far, far away from a ceasefire. And the governor of Chernihiv today said that Russia scaled back, in sort of air quotes, this attack by continuing to shell Chernihiv throughout the entire night. And the mayor of Chernihiv city also said that they noticed that the attacks have actually increased. So far on the ground, there's very little signs that Russia is actually trying to, move away or kind of dial down their attacks on the targets that they've announced yesterday in the talks. And we are yet to see if they will actually, do what the UK officials have been warning and the US officials have been warning, which is regroup and come back with sort of renewed force.
Where do peace talks stand right now? Well,
yesterday in Istanbul, Russian delegation seemed to be quite positive. They said this is the most constructive thing that they've heard from the Ukrainian side, that they, achieved some sort of goals, and there's like movement going on to possibly sign a peace deal or at least work on a proper draft that the two sides can work with. But today, the Kremlin came out and kind of poured cold water on it, saying that they have not achieved any breakthroughs. They have indeed heard a lot of proposals from the Ukrainian side, but they're not ready to say that they are close to any sort of peace deal. And that happened in the span of one day after the Russian delegation said yesterday they're going to go back to the Kremlin for consultations. And, today we've heard from the Kremlin it's, really a long way still. So just to break down what exactly the two sides have discussed yesterday, Ukraine said that it will be willing to meet key Russian demand about the neutrality status, which means that it's not going to be part of NATO and will not seek to acquire any nuclear weapons in the future. But in return, it needs security guarantees from the Western countries, and it will also be able to join the EU. And what Russia said is that they are willing, again, to meet Ukraine and take two steps forward toward Ukraine. One of them was the scale back of the military activities that we are now seeing is not really happening yet. And the second one is obviously the diplomatic track. They were talking about a possibility of a meeting between Zelensky and Putin with the presence of Western leaders who are supposed to guarantee Ukraine's security. But so far, again, if things go the way they are, and Kremlin will continue saying that this solution is really far away, this meeting is also under a big, big question mark.
All right, Mary, thank you very much for your reporting. We appreciate it.